Hey YouTubers, okay, so in this part of the pizza series videos, I'm going to show you how to hand stretch pizza dough. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to move the camera around so that you can actually see what my hands are doing, and then I'll show you how simple it is. Okay, so we've got a bowl of flour here, just ordinary flour. We're going to take our dough out and we're just going to give it a little squish down, get some of that air out of it. And this is key. You have to make sure you get all of the air out of your dough, or you're going to have these ginormous bubbles coming up through your crust. So it's a little sticky. That's why we're going to put it in the flour here. Just give it a nice coat, and we're just going to push it down. See how I'm pushing it all down in here? Now that it's coated, we're just going to take our fingers, and basically you're just going to make little knuckle movements like this all the way around. Alright, that's going to start to take out the air out of our dough. Okay, and we're just going to put it down in here. And we're going to take our dough out of the bowl, place it on our counter like so. Okay, should be able to spin pretty freely. And then we're going to take our hands, we're going to put one hand on the side of the dough here, and we're just basically going to push the dough in with our fingers against the other hand. And then just slowly rotate it around. This is going to be your crust. But we want to make sure that we get the air bubbles out from the crust. So we'll just keep slowly working our way around like so. Pushing down and pushing against your hand. Okay, now it's nice and round, we can see. Now we want to take our fingers, we want to push down in your dough. It's going to get all your air bubbles out, and just keep working your way around. When you feel it start to get a little sticky, just take a little bit of flour and just spread it around. We don't want too much flour on it, but at the same time we don't really want it sticky. So that side's done. Flip it over, and we're just going to repeat the process. We're going to work our hand around the edge just like so. And this will also help stretch out your dough a little bit. I've seen a lot of really weird ways of hand stretching dough on YouTube, so I thought I would give you my take on how to hand stretch a pizza. And this side, just going to push your fingers down. Alright, and we've almost got the dough where we want it. So the next step, I'm going to have to move the camera again, just so you can get a little wider angle. Okay, so now we've got our dough, and basically the movement I'm going to make is just like this. Twist of the wrist. And we don't have to twist it very much because this pizza dough is stretched. It's almost the size we want it. We're just going to make little increments. We're going to focus on just in or around the crust. I don't want to make it too big. So we'll fit it on our pizza pan here. We'll make sure it's the right size. Sometimes it comes out a little oval, but that's okay. You can always make it round by pulling on the edges. And the dough will shrink up a little bit when you go to put the sauce on it, so just move it around, and it's actually looking just about perfect. So that's what you want to end up with. Something like this. You want the dough just to be on the edge. You want it to be as even, and you don't want any wrinkles. You want this to be smooth on the bottom. So that's how you hand stretch pizza dough. It's fairly easy. Takes a little bit of practice, like everything else when you're cooking. So in the next set of videos, I'm going to show you how to make different types of pizzas. So stay tuned.